Hey there, tech fans! Welcome to another Digit unboxing, and where we take a first look at the Kareena Kapoor. I'm sorry, not at Kareena Kapoor, but at the iBall Andy HD6, which Kareena Kapoor apparently promotes. Now, this looks like an interesting phone, mainly because of one reason, right here, where it says 6-inch display. That sounds pretty big. Other specs seem interesting too. The fact that it's got a 1.3 gigahertz quad-core processor. It has a 3000 mAh battery, which is towards, more than average, about a good size, and an 8 megapixel autofocus rear camera with dual LED flash and a 5 megapixel front camera. Plus, they've got a protective cover. That sounds interesting. So, what do you say? Let's take a look here. I've taken the liberty of peeling off the plastic and unloosening this. So I'm just going to start taking this off here. Okay. Whoop! Ha! Take a look at that beast. That's as big as my palm. Whoa, nice and heavy. All right, I'm going to take this off. Yep, that is a 6-inch display. A pretty big display for a smartphone. Let's peel this off. Oh, look at that. This is thick too. The whole thing is quite thick, as you can see. Thick, thick, thick. Ooh, thick, 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 thick. Check out this. See how thick that is? They've even put the headphone jack and the charging connector in the same position. Kind of unusual. Usually they like to put one on the bottom, but they've put it here. Going around the side, here we go. We've got the volume rocker. Ooh, nice and long too. And a nice thick power button. The buttons are quite thick and meaty when you push them. Plain on the side, completely plain here, and also completely plain there. So only one side which has any connectors, which means all the power will be concentrated here. There's that 8 megapixel camera I was telling you about with the dual LED flash. Ooh, interesting. It's got the iBall logo right there with Andy HD6 on the bottom, and you can see the speakers right here. Again, pretty thick, and I do like this two-tone thing, although it does give it kind of like a 2006 feel. But going back looking at that giant screen, I want to have some fun here. Let's see what we can do here. We've got a big screen. Let's pull this up. Unlock. There, that's how we unlock. Okay, I seem to have triggered the camera. I would like to go back. Let me push that button. There we go. And oh, look at that screen. So everything's got slightly bigger. Easy to manage. Nice feel to it. Although the brightness of this thing does disturb me a bit. It seems kind of washed out. I don't know if you'll see that. Like the blues definitely look like they've been washed out. The greens don't seem very bright. The image in the back seems bright enough, but the stock UI itself, I believe that's Android KitKat. Let me just double check that. Yeah, Android 4.4. Yep, 'tis KitKat. And looking at the power of this thing, 1.3 quad-core advanced processor with a gig of RAM. Comes with 8 gigs of internal memory. That's not too much, but enough to get you started. And as we mentioned, the 8 megapixel enhanced camera in the back with the dual flash, 5 in front, a gig of RAM, all the other odds and ends. And we would like to point out as well that iBall claims that this has regional language support for more than 15 Indian languages. That should be interesting to look at and find out a bit more about. And until then, we're going to put this aside. But before I go, I'll do one more thing. I'll see what else is in the box. We'll put this here for now. Let's see if there's anything interesting, any other goodies. Ooh. Okay, so there's that. There's the charging cable. Charger and the headphones. Now the headphones, I wouldn't expect much here. Okay, they're a bit yeah, they're kind of plasticky thin and look like they'll break pretty soon, but I don't want to judge that too early. Wires are going to tangle quite easily. It looks like a play button, so you can only control one aspect. I think it's start and stop. Okay, what's this? What is this? Oh, this must be the protective glass cover. Wow, okay, that's quite big. Yeah, looking at the size of that, wow, okay. Yeah, okay, that fits. That's a fun thing. 6-inch phone. I don't know how much protection that'll offer it, considering it's pretty cheap looking plastic. But it is kind of a fun toy to look at. Let's see if I can get any of these things to switch over to a... Oh, I think we've killed it. Well, there you go. Battery's dead. We'll come back to you again, tech users, with a full review of the iBall Andy HD6 once we put it through all our tests. Until then, see you soon, and thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.